but their main hustle was sex trafficking. According to the indictment, they target women and girls from the ages of 12 to 20 and use older females to recruit the younger ones from nearby schools.
Hey, I hate get it how you get it, but my god damn, 12 to mid-20s. Shit, bro.
In the afternoon, Boosie could be seen from the helicopter getting into a black Mercedes SUV. Officers on the ground would locate the black Mercedes, pulling it over after...
Why did they want Boosie so bad in the first place? What the f? Why did this Fed that was doing an investigation want Boosie so bad? He just seemed so thirsty to get him, bro. What the f is that about? Bro said he fixes him from the pants, so then they get a fucking helicopter to examine to see if it's him, and then they're gonna get patrol cars to pull the car that they saw him getting. Bro, that seems a bit too settled, bro.
Who announced an indictment and took Boosie into custody for being a felon in possession of a firearm. In less than 2 weeks, Boosie would walk out of MCC San Diego on pretrial release, the equivalent of bond in a state case.
Damn.
And for that, Boosie would have to pay $100,000. With evidence photos...
That shit ain't nothing to a player. $100,000 ain't nothing to a player. Yo, so as many want to find out, how did Boosie beat his federal gun case? How did he do it? What happened? I also have picked up on some news that apparently bro's been indicted again on another gun charge, bro. So, that's gonna be the next video dropping. But let's react to how he beat his other gun case first, bro. So without further ado, make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment down below, join the Patreon link in the description, and without further ado, let's get into this bitch.
Boosie, a southern rap legend hailing from the streets of Louisiana's South Baton Rouge. Most would say he's famous, some would claim he's infamous, but if there's one title that fits...
I'd say Boosie's infamous. I'm not gonna lie. He's known, but he's not too known.
It's his persona. It's undefeated. July 12, 2024, Boosie would take to Instagram with an emotional post announcing his federal gun case has been dismissed.
It's over with. It's over with. God good, sucker ass niggas. Hating ass, bitch ass niggas.
He'd give all glory to God, saying, "Thank you. You never leave me. You make a way out of no way. You made me beat South Baton Rouge. You made me beat cancer. You made me beat death row. You made me beat gunshots. You made me beat Fed cases. You forgave my sins." Back in May of 2023, an undercover San Diego police officer was conducting intelligence gathering through Instagram. Specifically, he was investigating an account named KP2 Market Made. It belonged to a documented neighborhood crip named Alondre Dickerson, who went by the rap name KP. He was one of many taken down by the feds in 2014 for racketeering. Come to find out, he was a member of the Tycoons, a money gang made up of West Coast Crips, East Side Skyline Pyrus, Lincoln Park Bloods, and neighborhood Crips. They'd all joined forces to engage in a variety of illegal activities, but their main hustle was sex trafficking. According to the indictment, they'd target women and girls from the ages of 12 to 20 and use older females to recruit the younger ones from nearby schools.
Hey, I hate get it how you get it, but my nigga, god damn, 12 to mid-20s. Shit, bro. What? Nah, bro. That's nuts, nigga. I ain't gonna lie. I can't even. Whoa.
So what does this have to do with Boosie? Not a fuck thing. Boosie was in Dago to shoot a music video with a rapper by the name of Bully 3, and KP2 just so happened to be one of 3's associates. The San Diego police officers would view a story posted to KP's Instagram. An unidentified male wearing red pants and a white t-shirt can be seen with a black handgun in his waistband. KP would tag Boosie's Instagram account along with Bully3. The officer would identify the man as Boosie, and going over to Boosie's Instagram, the officer found Boosie's account was live and he could be seen in the same outfit. The officer also observed the 49th Street sign as an unknown male stated they were live in the streets of San Diego. Officers were well aware that the area of 49th and Guyman is known territory of the neighborhood Crips. A police helicopter was requested to fly over the area with a provided description of Boosie, and at 3:10 in the afternoon, Boosie could be seen from the helicopter getting into a black Mercedes SUV. Officers on the ground would locate the black Mercedes, pulling it over after...
Why did they want Boosie so bad in the first place? What the fuck? Why did this Fed that was doing an investigation want Boosie so bad? He just seemed so thirsty to get him, bro. What the fuck's that about? Bro said he thinks it's him from the pants, so then they get a fucking helicopter to fucking examine to see if it's him, and then they're gonna get patrol cars to pull the car that they saw him getting. Bro, that seems a bit too settled, bro.
After watching it fail to stop at a red light, the vehicle would continue to slowly drive another block before coming to a complete stop, while officers could observe the rear passengers' heads moving side to side. It was believed they may be attempting to conceal firearms or illegal contraband. Officers located 3 men in the vehicle, the driver in front, and in the back, Boosie and his security. Officers asked if any weapons were inside of the vehicle, and Boosie answered he didn't have any weapons, but his security did. His security would point to the right side of his body where he wore a black satchel. Everyone was removed from the vehicle and placed in handcuffs as officers located a 9mm Hellcat inside of the satchel. Officers would find a Glock 19 inside of the vehicle on the seat between where Boosie and his security sat. Boosie, his security, and his driver would all be taken to the San Diego Police Department for...
Just to let you guys know, you feel me? I have just started a Patreon, so if you guys want to... Because sometimes YouTube does not let me post certain videos I want to post. Sometimes YouTube does not let me do certain things I want to do. Go to my Patreon, guys. We have just started it, obviously. 0 members. I'm going to let you guys know, 0 members. Just started it, posting unseen content on here, guys. I cannot post on YouTube that YouTube does not allow me to. Or there will be full videos instead of it being cut up. Because sometimes I'll have to cut up the videos for YouTube. It'll be full videos on Patreon. So if you guys want to go check out my Patreon, it's in my description. Also, you guys can see it right here, bro. It's literally just Lance. Type it up in Patreon. It should pop up. If you want to join up, join up. If don't. Appreciate y'all boys. Straight back into the video. Let's go. Boom.
The processing and investigation. During processing, Boosie yelled at his security and asked why he told the police the gun was on the seat. Officers then heard Boosie say, "You told me they were in the bag." Officers would locate videos in which they were able to produce screenshots of Boosie walking around with a gun in his waistband. A search of Boosie's criminal history would reveal he's a convicted felon, and Boosie would be charged with felony firearm possession for the Glock 19. June 14, 2023, Boosie would attend court under the impression he'd be receiving a plea deal, ending with probation. As Boosie made his way to the podium, the courts were interrupted by the feds, who announced an indictment and took Boosie into custody for being a felon in possession of a firearm. In less than 2 weeks, Boosie would walk out of MCC San Diego on pretrial release, the equivalent of bond in a state case.
Damn.
And for that, Boosie would have to pay $100,000. With evidence photos...
That shit ain't nothing to a player. $100,000 ain't nothing to a player. Nah, I'm only joking, bro. 100,000. 100,000. That's a lot of bread. That's a lot of bread. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, Boosie got it though.
Was already making
Boosie
their
got
way
it
to
though.
Social media and the fact that the feds have a 98% conviction rate, the fans, the streets, and the internet expected Boosie to be sentenced to federal prison. Well, Boosie and God must be the other 2%. Megan Blanco, one of Boosie's attorneys, would file a motion to dismiss the case. And how was she gonna do that? USA versus Duarte. Stephen Duarte, aka Shorty, is a California man who in 2020 was arrested for being a felon in possession of a firearm after being seen by police throwing a handgun out of a moving vehicle. He'd be indicted by a grand jury, to which they looked through his 5 previous felony convictions for vandalism, felon in possession of a firearm, possession of a controlled substance, and 2 other convictions for evading a peace officer. Duarte would take the case to trial, receiving 51 months in federal prison, to which he would appeal. Duarte's appeal would state it's unconstitutional to strip him of his Second Amendment right, as he's never been convicted of a crime of violence. See, back when the Second Amendment was written, in 1791, only the most serious of crimes would prevent someone from possessing a firearm again, such as murder. And in those times, it was likely you'd be sentenced to death anyways, so you didn't need to worry about getting your musket back. But nowadays, a lifetime ban follows any felony conviction for a list of offenses that didn't even exist back then. So Duarte's criminal history of vandalism, felon in possession of a firearm, possession of a controlled substance, and fleeing a police officer would have been considered misdemeanor petty crimes, or just flat out didn't exist as crimes in the late 1700s. Based on that, Duarte would appeal his conviction as his crimes did not meet the founding fathers' standard of being worthy of a lifetime firearms ban, permanently depriving him of his Second Amendment right, and the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals would rule in his favor. Wow. Stephen Duarte's case would be overturned.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. There's a lot of twisty turny, like, you can get your shit, you can wiggle in the court, bro. I'm not gonna lie. You can wiggle, like, if you know what you're talking about, you have the right attorney in this bitch, you can wiggle your shit, bro. Literally, bro. We're talking about 1700s right now.
And the courts would rule non-violent felons in America who have completed their original sentence for the crimes they've committed do have the right to possess firearms. Wow. So what does this mean for Boosie? As many of you know, Boosie was once arrested for murder. It was suspected Boosie ordered a 15-year-old hitman named Marlo Mike to commit a series of killings on the rapper's behalf. These murders would later be highlighted in Boosie's song, Murder Was the Case. They said, "We got you on 6 bodies in 2 attempts. I said, sir, you lying, cause I don't do attempts." Boosie would fight his case from death row in the Louisiana State Penitentiary known as Angola. Nicknamed the Alcatraz of the South, or the Angola Plantation, this is one of the few prisons left in America that merely visiting will make you think you were witnessing slavery from 200 years ago. Boosie fought his case just a short distance from the execution chamber, and in 2012 was acquitted of all charges. So while the history behind Boosie may seem violent, his actual criminal history only has 3 convictions for possession of a controlled substance with intent to distribute, bringing illegal contraband into a prison, and criminal conspiracy to incite a felony. Like Duarte, none of these crimes should ban Boosie for life from firearms, and because of Duarte, the felony gun possession case against Boosie was dropped. Wow. Looking back at Boosie's post, he thanked God for beating South Baton Rouge, for beating cancer, for beating death row, for beating gunshots, and now for beating his Fed case. And like I said in the beginning, while some would say he's infamous, if there's one title that fits Boosie's persona, it's undefeated.
That Fed was reaching
now, as
hard,
I've said in multiple videos, Boosie is one of my favorite rappers. If you grew up in the South at any motherfucking point in time, you know how big of an influence Boosie has been. A lot of people in the South were raised on his music. And this isn't just a win for him. This is a win for all felons in America.
For sure.
Because the second you're found guilty of a felony, you're told you can't possess firearms ever again unless you have your rights restored. But even then, certain states have certain charges that they'll never let you restore. So it's like they've just found ways to make it to where you can never access firearms again. But because of this new court ruling, and I want to be clear, this doesn't mean everyone can just walk around with guns now. This is gonna go in front of the Supreme Court, and they're gonna actually have to figure out what the fuck to do and adjust some of these laws, because it's even been said some violent felons even may get their rights back to possess firearms.
Wow.
Most likely, as long as you're not out here just killing people. You know what I mean? But something along those lines.
Yeah, you can't strip the Second Amendment right in America to just, like, to anyone and everyone. Like, people, if someone sells drugs, you can't have a gun again. Like, that's just ridiculous, bro. Let's be so real, bro. Or if you get caught, like, trying to sell, you can't have guns no more. Like, let's be so real, bro. Let's be so real, bro. You're on the streets, bro, 24/7. You're gonna want something to keep you safe, regardless whether you're gonna try to shoot someone or someone's gonna try to shoot at you. At least you got that little Second Amendment right in your right pocket to be like, all right, bet. What's the word, nigga? Buck. You get me? I understand, bro. So definitely need to change something of sorts in the court, because that does not sound right. But happy for Boosie beating his federal case, bro. Shout out to Duante. You get me? I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna lie, bro. That Fed was reaching for Boosie. I really need to know why that Fed was on Boosie's dick. I don't know what was going on there, bro. I don't know why like, bro, now the Fed just looks dumb, right? Because, like, he did all that, and Boosie's still free. Boosie still got out of it. Boosie's still straight. But anyway, let me know in the comments down below if you guys know what's going on. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, Patreon link in the description. Let's have a conversation in the comment section. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one, bro. Let's get it, bro. Also, like I said, Boosie has apparently now got another federal case. So let's go react to that. Peace.
Bye. Have a great time.